T to the G, man. Who you think it gonna be? And this one's gonna take us back to the war in Detroit, the takedown of Igu Gang. Now you know I'm on my rabbit hole of Detroit gang politics and rap beefs. I've been loving this ride down this rabbit hole, and thank you for buckling up and joining me. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you're a day one, hit that like and drop a comment below. Now without wasting time, let's get into it.
Okay. Years to build the case, but tonight the feds say they have busted a violent drug gang that was operating in a Detroit neighborhood.
That will get your attention. A disorienting flashbang, a visit from ATF agents busting up gang activity on Detroit's west side at 6 a.m. But before this and this, methodical work goes into these operations by elite agents out of the ATF Special Operations Division on loan to Detroit. This crew of several dozen.
Hold on. They went and got some special officers for y'all? Oh, that's never a good sign. They went and got some motherfuckers that don't even work there. That's never good, y'all. I'm sorry, that's never good.
Seasoned experience with an average age in the mid-40s.
Damn.
When you watch TV shows like The Wire and Breaking Bad, you're exposed to the crazy underworld of producing and distributing drugs. As crazy as the content in those shows may seem, there's people actually living the lifestyle displayed in those shows in real life. The subjects of today's video are no different. The subjects of today's video terrorized the streets of Detroit and ran a large-scale drug operation throughout the city and neighboring states, all before they were taken down by RICO charges. The subjects of today's video are none other than IJU Gang, and today we're going to be telling their story. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe.
You know what I'm saying?
If you know anything about Detroit, then you know that it's treacherous. Detroit is consistently ranked high on violent city lists as its population of over 600,000 residents sees about 22 crimes per day. This means its violent crime rate is about 6 times the US average. Part of the reason the crime is so high is due to the various drug factions throughout the city competing for power. One of those factions is IJU Gang, and they would draw the attention of the feds. In October 2020, federal prosecutors charged 19 Detroit men in connection with drug crimes committed throughout the city and surrounding areas. Members of the It's Just Us gang were hit with racketeering conspiracy charges that accused them of dealing pain pills, fentanyl-laced heroin, crack cocaine.
Yo, if that is an actual picture, not just like, you know what I'm saying, some stuff he just got from media stock or something, that is insane. That's an insane bust. That's crazy.
That accused them of dealing pain pills, fentanyl-laced heroin, crack cocaine, and marijuana, and committing homicide and violent assaults.
I'm thinking
It's
that's
Just Us gang, abbreviated as IJU, was founded by the Peterson family in 2014 and operated primarily on the east side of Detroit. The gang was also known as 458, Young and Turnt, 25, and Block Kings, or BK.
They had a lot. Wait, was it? Let me know in the comments. I didn't know gangs can have a nickname. Like, if you're the gang, I thought you're just, that's the name of the gang. I didn't know you get a nickname. We're also known as this, and we're also known as this. I didn't know they could do that. Like, let me know in the comments. I don't know.
Prosecutors say the gang stashed guns and drugs in houses across the area and claim certain bars and restaurants as part of the gang's turf. Patrons and owners recognized IJU members and gave them the privilege of carrying firearms inside the business and remaining at the business after hours. IJU members distributed drugs in Flint and Jackson and traveled to West Virginia cities, including Huntington and Parkersburg. They would use creative methods to move their drugs around without notice. They transported the drugs for sale by affixing them to the bumper or engine area of the car in magnetic boxes. They would even sometimes employ innocent-looking females to hide the drugs on their person. If someone wanted to join IJU, they were required to sell drugs and commit active violence in furtherance of the gang. New members are required to get the letters IJU or numbers 458 tatted on their bodies and wear IJU branded clothes. IJU terrorized the streets of Detroit and created a climate of fear in the community.
I ain't gonna hold you. They seem really organized. They're like, yo, we got a uniform. We got a job for you. I ain't gonna hold you. They're kind of organized. I don't know.
By committing acts of threats and intimidation. Eventually, all of the violence they were committing would lead to murder.
Oh, shoot.
Kim, thank you. Let's get you back to the breaking news we are following for you from Detroit's east side. That is where a young man was shot and killed, and his family there on the scene just devastated.
Oh,
Police
wow.
believe the gunman likely fired more than 50 shots. Let's turn things over to local force Nick
50? That's
Monticelli. He joins us live now from the scene. Nick, what do we know about the victim? What's his name? How old is he?
The victim is 33 years old. His name is Christopher Marcilis, and we'll get to his photo in just a moment, but I want to show you what's happening behind me. That right there, that white car is the victim's car, and if you look, you can see all the evidence markers surrounding it. Those are all shell casings from bullets that were fired, and it looks like as of right now, there are 45 or more of them.
On May
Wow.
17th, 2017, a man named Christopher Marcilis was hanging out at Bob's Lounge in Detroit when he was confronted by multiple IJU members. As he was leaving the lounge, he walked around the corner with two other lounge employees when the IJU members walked up to him. The IJU members that confronted him were Dwayne Peterson, Daquan Johnson, Luther Peterson, and Melvin Brown. And
I wonder if he's got like court documents or something that tells us that they did it, because if he's just over there just freestyle, like, I don't know. I think that they can sue you for like defamation, but I mean, I don't know. I hope nobody's getting in trouble.
IJU member pulled out his gun and ordered a witness that saw them to go back in the bar. Then the rest of the IJU members pulled out their guns and began to open fire. Marcilis retreated as IJU members shot at him, but eventually he fell to the ground. Dwayne Peterson and another member aimed their handguns at the back of Marcilis' head and pulled the trigger. At least 45 bullets were fired outside the lounge, and in the aftermath, Christopher Marcilis was tragically found dead at the scene at just 33 years old. Investigators later recovered handguns from the roof of a nearby building. Forensic analysis linked the firearms to ammunition casings found near Marcilis' body. After conducting an investigation, prosecutors would discover that Dwayne Peterson and another IJU member were paid $10,000 to carry out this murder. Following the murder of Christopher Marcilis, Dwayne Peterson and the other members.
So somebody put a hit out on this gentleman. I have no idea why somebody would put a hit out on that gentleman. Somebody in the comments, let me know. I don't get it. $10,000 for damn.
Of IJU would continue to commit acts of violence. On March 6, 2018, Dwayne Peterson choked and repeatedly punched someone inside the Liquor Island convenience store in Detroit. Dwayne Peterson continued to punch the victim in the parking lot while another IJU member approached a Chevrolet Impala with 3 people inside who were watching the alleged assault. That IJU member hit one of the Impala occupants in the head with a handgun and said, "This ain't no mother effing show." That gang member and Dwayne Peterson then shot into the Impala and struck another passenger in the torso. Prosecutors accused Dwayne Peterson of an
Oh, okay. So they really out there like that. They just on that type of timing. Okay. Hey, I believe you.
act involving murder and charge him with assault with the intent to commit the crime of murder for this incident. In America, you can slip under the radar when you're committing certain types of crimes, but once large amounts of money and violence are involved, the feds are going to be coming for your head. All of the dirt that IJU was doing in the streets made them a top priority for the feds. The feds begun conducting a secret investigation into IJU in 2014 and built up evidence for over 5 years before they finally came after them.
Yo, 5 years? Wow. Okay.
The feds wiretapped the phones of multiple members and intercepted years' worth of texts discussing various details about their drug dealing operation. Various members of IJU were also caught selling heroin to undercover police officers multiple times. With all of this evidence out there, it was no surprise that IJU was able to be taken down. Dwayne Peterson and Brown are charged with racketeering conspiracy and conspiracy to distribute and to possess with intent to distribute controlled substances. 12 other IJU members are charged with possessing and distributing controlled substances. The substances included mixed.
I'm sorry, but whose house is that? Like, is that what the police did, or they look like that before they came there? Because those houses look bad.
Mixtures and substances containing detectable amounts of heroin, fentanyl, cocaine, and crack cocaine. All of the IJU members listed in the indictment are facing serious time behind bars. And it's crazy how the feds will watch after you for years and years without you knowing. Once you're on their radar, you're pretty much done. You can think you're scot-free, but that's just them building up evidence so that once they get on you, you have no defense. Let me know what you guys think about this
that's true.
situation
That's
in the
crazy.
comment section.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. The FBI is undefeated, man. I mean, not undefeated. I think their win-loss ratio is like high 90s, like 98%, 99%. Like nobody goes against the feds because, like he just said, they wait 5 years, 6 years. They are meticulous and they have the patience of a well-trained sniper. Facts. Yeah, I didn't even know who IJU Gang was, but they were here for a while. They were here for a good time, not a long time. So I don't know, but it seems like they was really outside with it. They was on some different type of timing, so that was lit. Yeah, I'm really more into these Detroit videos, man. Thank you for recommending this, man. If you guys have any more recommendations on some content, please feel free to go ahead and drop that in the comment section. And if you made it this far, that means you're putting some paint where it ain't. And for that, you need to be thanked. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share to be aware. Give me in that algorithm because I need to be there, right? Because I know there's 10 other streamers out there doing it like me, but
fuck that little 10.
I'm maxed out.